Hi there, and welcome back. So today we're going to talk about negative thoughts. We're all plagued by negative and limiting thoughts that run around in our minds every day. These thoughts shape and create our reality. We manifest the events we perceive through these thoughts that we are having. For example, if you think everyone dislikes you all day long, you'll encounter people treating you this way. Think about that. You only see what you expect to see. We are just a reflection of what we were yesterday. And if you are having the same thoughts from day to day, it only stands to reason that we are stuck. We have about 60,000 thoughts every day. That's a lot. And 98% of those thoughts that we are having are exactly the same thought. They never change from day to day. We aren't even conscious of most of those. Our thoughts run on autopilot and they just stream throughout the day. Out of those thoughts we think, 80% of those thoughts are negative in nature. That's crazy. Our thoughts can make it hard to change. They are constantly whispering, just like breathing. And we aren't even paying attention to the words in our thoughts. You are what you think about. You deal with the world based on the thoughts that you are having. When they are negative in nature, this is what you see, and this is what you pull into your life. This is what you manifest into your reality. So one of the things we want to try to work on is we want to try to work on changing the language that we use when we talk to ourselves, when we talk to others. Are the words that we're using, are they negative? And if so, we need to try to find a more positive way of being able to say the things, or we need to find something positive to say. You know, that 80% is such a high number that, you probably couldn't even begin to name 80 bad thoughts or negative thoughts that you had today, let alone 80% of 60,000. That's a lot. Have you ever taken time to listen to your thoughts and the words that are contained within them? Have you ever listened to what you say when you talk to yourself, to others? Have you ever paid attention to how you feel about the events of your day? Do your thoughts align with what you want in life? And how do you see yourself? Do your thoughts align with your actions? These are things that you need to contemplate and you need to reflect on. That language that you are using, when you're talking to others, when you talk to yourself, when you talk about your day, everyone likes to have somebody to be able to talk about their day. And most of the time when they're talking about their day, they're not talking about, oh, I had the best day. They're usually talking about something that went wrong throughout the day or something bad that had happened. And in that language that you're using, you are using negative thoughts. You are expressing that day with all of that negativity. Now, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that, because I do believe that it is good to be able to release that energy and to let it out, not to keep it bottled in, because that's not a productive way to be. But it is important to understand that you need to start finding some positive things throughout the day if every story you tell is always about negative thoughts or negative events that have happened. Because all of that really is affecting you on a grander scale than you probably realized. One of the biggest obstacles we face is the language we use, the words we choose when we speak and create our thoughts. These words can be destructive to your life without you ever knowing it. It is how you talk about yourself and how those thoughts make you feel inside. Your body listens to everything that is being said. It reflects it back into your life, into your attitude, your behavior, and the way that you look and how your body reacts. You're a multi-operational system. The cells in your body listen to every thought you have. These words change the way you vibrate in life. Think about that for a moment. We're going to talk a lot about vibration over the course of all of this. And when you have negative thoughts, you are vibrating at a low level, which means that everything that you're going to do is going to be at that low level. All of the energy and all of the attraction is going to be at a low level. And you're not going to be able to bring things into your life, and you're not going to have a successful or productive life. You want to be able to vibrate at a higher frequency, at a higher level. And all of that comes from being able to deal with the rational thoughts that you have going on, to be able to stop and to eliminate these negative thoughts that are running on autopilot. See, when you see someone who is negative, how do they look physically? How do they look? Healthy, happy, sick? How does that make you feel about yourself? It is a cycle that holds you down. This is part of those limiting beliefs and conditioned behaviors. These thoughts and actions are irrational. They aren't true, but just because you think them, you have made them your truth. You know that. And you know that when somebody has all those negative thoughts, you know what it feels like when they walk in the room. You know what that experience is like. Even if they're a complete stranger to you, you can feel that energy coming from them, and you can't get away from them quick enough. You can see it. It's in their body language, their attitude, it's the way they're holding themselves, it's the way that they look. They don't even look healthy. You know, your thoughts, you may not be aware of this, how much your thoughts that you are having has such a deep influence on everything that is going on in your life. And it about the way that you look. See, when you talk to yourself, do you think you aren't smart enough to do a certain task? Do you think you look fat? Do you think thoughts such as, I need to lose weight, I'm not attractive enough for somebody to love me, only pretty people succeed, or they have more money or more opportunities than me? You know, what negative words do you use? What thoughts are you having that are holding you back? If you aren't sure, you need to listen closely to your inner dialogue. It's what is keeping you from reaching your desires and fullest potential. It is what is keeping you from being the best captain of your ship. Let's go back there for a second there. You know, all of those negative thoughts, those are like those things we were talking about. Those are limiting beliefs. That's what those things are. They are negative thoughts, limiting beliefs. And these are things that you need to stop saying to yourself. You need to stop thinking about yourself in this manner. Remember, we talked about this. You are enough, and you've got this. You know, and when those thoughts come around, you need to reframe that thought. You need to change that language that you are using. Change it from a negative to a positive. And what I want you to do is I want you to make a list. I want you to make a list of all the negative words that you're using. I'll give you a list of some of the ones that I have used. Not enough, stupid, dumb, too fat, too ugly, too tired, things I can't do, things I won't do. And that's just a small list. I could write a whole book on the things that I've said to myself over the course of my life about all the negative thoughts. And anyone who knew me as a younger person would know about all of the negativity that I used to hold on to and that I had. I had to let it all go. It just was not productive. And it wasn't who I really was. I thought that kind of energy or whatever could be used to help motivate me, which may be why it is that you're still trying to hold on to some of those things. But I'm going to tell you right now, those thoughts are never motivating. They stop you. They limit you. They tear you down. They don't build you up. They are never going to build you up. And that's why you need to change those thoughts from the negative to the positive. Your body listens to everything that you say. And with every thought you have, your body creates those realities. Something that you may not understand or may not think too much about. But having all of these negative thoughts and always running with these negative thoughts, these negative thoughts, they actually create disease within the body. It's just because of the way that the body is listening to everything. Because what it does is it puts your body into a lowered state. And that lowered state then is opened up for disease to be able to come in and take a hold. And that's why they always talk about like the power of prayer and things like that, because those things vibrate at a higher energy. And when you're a positive person, I'm not saying that you won't end up getting a disease or get sick, but your body is going to be able to react better and fight better. It's the difference between, the person who, is going outside and walking every day versus the person who never gets up off of the couch. These types of words are not easy to get rid of in your thoughts. You have been using these for years, and you probably didn't even realize it. The lesson is about listening to the way you talk. Watch the reactions to those words. When you listen to the way you talk, think about this. If someone came up to you and talked to you the way that you're talking to others, how would that make you feel? I've used these type of words and I didn't even notice the effects that they were having on me and my relationships. I was too hard on myself and to those around me. Nobody liked that, and nobody really liked me. I had shut the world off from me, and then I wondered why. I thought, I'm a great person, but no one can see it. As it turned out, they saw it and they felt it. I didn't. And that's why it's so important to be able to change these words that you are using and to be able to identify these things. We all suffer from this kind of behavior. Once you make the shift in the language you use to create your thoughts, you will shift your life. It is so simple. Nothing in life is hard. Life is only as hard as you make it, and change is simple. It frees you up and lifts you up. What I want you to do is I want you to detach yourself from your negative thoughts and change how you use them. You're only bound by how you see the world around you, and you create that world, and you can change that world with the words that you use. Talking to yourself, keep that in mind. Your words are action, not inaction. They change the way you see and act, the way that you perceive and dream. Change those and change your thoughts to only reflect your best self. And it's going to take time and practice. And so what I want you to do for this next lesson, I want you to start thinking about the negative thoughts you're having. I want you to make a list of all the negative thoughts that you have as you're going throughout the day. Just start right now and start writing down the first ones that are popping out in your mind. And then over the course of the week, I want you to listen to yourself. I want you to listen to how you talk. I want you to listen to the stories that you are telling to others. I want you to start writing down all of the negative thoughts that you are having and ask yourself, why am I still holding on to this thought? How could I change this thought to a more positive? And when you're going through your day, I'd also like for you to start changing the language. So if you happen to say something and you go, oh, wait a minute, that's a negative thought. Hold on. Reframe it and say it again. I want you to start stripping things out of your vocabulary. I can't, I am not, I won't, I hate, I need, I resent. I want you to change these. These are the things you need to start adopting. I can, I am, I will, I love, I give, and I forgive. And I'm sure you can come up with some more. This was just a short list of these things for you to start reframing these things. But when you start talking and you're talking to yourself, definitely use these. When you're talking to others, start saying these things to others. Even if you have to backtrack in that conversation, go, wait a minute. I know I said that, but here, I didn't mean that. And then change that. Watch the reaction of the people. Watch the reaction, and watch how they react when you realize that you're saying negative things. Watch how they are moving. Are they trying to move closer to you, or are they trying to move farther away? And you'll start seeing that what you've been doing, really, whether you've realized it, is you've been pushing the whole world away, and you've been pushing yourself away. And I don't want you making the same mistakes that I've made. Most of this is really all about the things that I wish I had known sooner in life, things that I wish I had been able to change sooner. But I didn't have anyone around to really be able to explain this stuff to me or be able to get through me because of the negative language that I was using. So remember, you are enough. You've always been enough. And you've got this. And so until next time, you take care.